2008 से गवर्नमेंट और प्राइवेट प्रोजेक्ट्स का प्रूवन एक्सपीरियंस, घर हो या कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट, सिर्फ AR Sons एल्यूमिनियम एंड ग्लास। एल्यूमिनियम विंडोज, डोर, टेम्पर्ड ग्लास शावर, रेलिंग और शॉप फ्रंट्स, सब एक जगह। स्ट्रॉन्ग फिनिशिंग, मॉडर्न डिजाइन और काम जो वक्त के साथ भी अपनी वैल्यू रखे। आज ही राब्ता करें। AR Sons एल्यूमिनियम एंड ग्लास। Little bit to the left. Perfect. I'll secure it now. AR Sons aluminum and glass.
All right, let's dive into a story that feels, well, it's almost like a modern-day fable. It's this incredible lesson about seeing huge value in places where, honestly, most of us would see absolutely nothing.
So at the very heart of this whole thing is a number that is just staggering. 1,000 crore rupees. To put that in perspective for you, that's over $100 million US. I mean, that's a fortune that could change thousands of lives. And this number, it was about to vanish forever.
Poof, just like that, gone. We're talking vanished from the supposedly impenetrable accounts of one of India's top tech firms, a place called Data Consultancy Services, or DCS. And the weirdest part, it didn't get transferred, it didn't move to another account, it just disappeared into thin air.
Okay, so inside the DCS headquarters, it is absolute chaos. You've got the country's best and brightest cybersecurity minds just staring at their screens, totally blank. Their careers, the company's entire future, it's all dissolving with every single tick of the clock. But here's the twist. Outside, on the street, someone else is watching. And this someone, they might just understand what's happening better than anyone in that fancy building.
So what you have here is a classic case of two worlds just smashing into each other. In one corner, you've got the experts, right? Panicked in their high-tech war room. And in the other, a 12-year-old boy named Aryan. He's homeless, sells tea on the street to get by. Now, most people just dismiss him. They think he's crazy because he's always talking to himself. But what they see as madness, well, that's actually his superpower.
See, Aryan isn't crazy at all. He's a listener, but not like you and me, where we just hear random noise. He hears patterns. That generator humming in the background, to him, that's the machine's heartbeat. He gets it. He understands this hidden language of the digital world. And it's a skill he learned from the most important person in his life. It turns out Aryan's mother was a systems architect at this exact company, DCS, before she passed away, and she left him with just one thing, her diary. But this was no ordinary diary. It wasn't filled with words about her day. It was filled with her unique way of seeing technology. You'd find these beautiful maps of data flowing like rivers, sketches of code loops, and notes on what it sounds like when a machine is hurting. And this one piece of wisdom she left him, this is the key. This is what unlocks the entire crisis. Think about it. The experts are all looking for an outside attacker, a hacker. But this quote taught Aryan to listen for something totally different, a system that's at war with itself. And because of his mother's diary, he recognized the pattern instantly. It was an infinity loop. So the money wasn't stolen in the way we think of it. Imagine it's trapped in a digital whirlpool, this phantom zone. It's just bouncing between thousands of accounts, millions of times a second. It's literally everywhere and nowhere at the exact same time. And the scariest part? It's about to be deleted. Permanently. So Aryan knows what's wrong. He has the answer. But here's the problem. He's a homeless kid on the outside looking in. He has to somehow get past security guards who just see him as trash, and then convince these super stressed, panicked executives that his impossible theory is right. And he has to do it all before the system automatically reboots and wipes that 1,000 crores from existence, for good. And man, is the clock ticking. With just 15 minutes to go, this cold, robotic voice announces the automatic reboot is coming, a total data wipe. Then, at 12 minutes, a manager, Esha Duvedi, takes this massive risk. She brings Aryan inside because he mentions something impossible, a ghost load, a secret term they had just started using in the war room moments before. Fast forward, and by the 3-minute mark, he's finally in front of a keyboard, desperately trying to explain that the money is about to turn into digital ash. And this really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? Everything, $1 billion, the company's future, is on the line. The experts, with all their fancy degrees and high-tech gear, they failed. So can a boy who's never even owned a computer, who learned to code by listening to sounds and looking at patterns in a diary, can he actually pull this off? Well, the answer, it turns out, isn't in some super complex line of code. It's in something much simpler. Observation. The key wasn't on any of their computer screens. It was the sound of the generator's exhaust fan down in the basement. A sound that Arian had been listening to day in and day out for years.
His method was just brilliant and so simple when you think about it. First, he just listened. He could hear that the fan was struggling, that it was holding its breath. That was the clue that the system was fighting some kind of secret battle. Then, of course, he remembered his mother's diary. So when he gets in the IT room, he ignores what everyone else is looking at, the transaction logs, and goes straight for the error logs. Bingo, there's the loop. And the final step is the most amazing part. He doesn't type a command. He types a rhythm, a pulse, that matches the generator's frequency. He's literally soothing the panicked machine.
And this just shows you where the experts went wrong. They were trying to break into the system, trying to force it open with a password or a command. But the system wasn't locked. It was terrified. It was having a panic attack. It didn't need brute force. It needed a familiar pattern, a calm voice to guide it back home. It just needed someone to understand it.
And you know what? By understanding the machine, Arian also uncovered the very human truth behind the crime. He says these words, and in that moment, he exposes the real culprit. And it wasn't some external hacker. No way. It was an inside job. It was the company's own vice president of finance, a guy named Mr. Khanna. He's the one who created the loop, planning to steal the money during the reboot, thinking he'd created the perfect, untraceable crime.
So, the money saved. The bad guy is caught. The day is saved. And now, the company owes Arian? Well, everything. They owe him an unimaginable debt. So they offer him anything he wants. And this, my friends, is where the story gets really powerful.
They offer him a reward of 50 crore rupees. Let that sink in. A life-changing, build a dynasty with it kind of fortune. We're talking never worry about anything ever again money.
And he turns it down. Can you believe it? He says no. With all of these powerful people just staring at him, he asks for something way more valuable than money. He asks them to stop rebooting people like him, to stop treating the poor and the homeless like they're just glitches in the system that need to be erased.
I mean, look at this exchange. They offered him the life of a king, a mansion, fancy cars, the whole shebang. And what did he ask for? A new line of code, but in the company's culture. He asked for the security guard to be taught that a clean mind can be in dirty clothes. He simply asked not to be treated like a system error.
And this wasn't just some nice sentiment. His request had a real, tangible impact. DCS didn't just tweak a few policies, they changed their entire philosophy. They put up a brand new sign at their main gate, "No one is invisible." And they did something even better. They started Project Arian, a training center to find and nurture brilliant minds among the city's most underprivileged kids.
Wow, what a story. It's such a powerful reminder that genius, real genius, can pop up absolutely anywhere, but only if we're actually willing to listen for it. So it kind of leaves you with a question, right? A question for all of us. What are you not hearing in the world around you? What important patterns are we all missing? And who is the quiet genius sitting right in front of us, just waiting for someone to finally listen?
2008 से गवर्नमेंट और प्राइवेट प्रोजेक्ट्स का प्रूवन एक्सपीरियंस, घर हो या कमर्शियल प्रोजेक्ट, सिर्फ AR Sons एल्यूमिनियम एंड ग्लास। एल्यूमिनियम विंडोज, डोर, टेम्पर्ड ग्लास शावर, रेलिंग और शॉप फ्रंट्स, सब एक जगह। स्ट्रॉन्ग फिनिशिंग, मॉडर्न डिजाइन और काम जो वक्त के साथ भी अपनी वैल्यू रखे। आज ही राब्ता करें। AR Sons एल्यूमिनियम एंड ग्लास। Little bit to the left. Perfect. I'll secure it now. AR Sons एल्यूमिनियम एंड ग्लास।